the a-hole for ending my friendship with my best friend of 25 years because of what she did during my wedding. Have some snacks and popcorn and tea and just chill out. Strap in for a long one. I, 33 female, wed my husband, 32 male, 3 years ago. We'd been dating prior to our wedding for 8 years. When I met my husband, Sam, my best friend, let's call her Laura, 32 female, advised me not to exclusively date him as I should keep my options open. Kind of backwards advice. Why is that? I remember how baffled I was at this because I never dated multiple men at a time and would exclusively date and remain in serious relationships with my exes. I would say the only way that you can tell a friend to keep your options open is if your friend is getting mixed signals from a guy and they aren't, exclusively dating. That would be the time to be dating multiple people at once, because it keeps you from getting obsessed. But if you're both being upfront with each other, you both like each other, there's no games whatsoever, then why would you sabotage a perfectly good relationship by dating other people? Fast forward to 2021, we planned a wedding during COVID as we felt financially ready to do so. Laura had known for years that Sam and I were planning to get married, but kept facing hardships throughout our relationship. Father passed away, his mother had a stroke, etc. My husband is the majority breadwinner in his family, consisting of 4 other people. A minor detail is that we are South Asian, so in our culture, sons live together. So I was joining a family of 5. Due to COVID, I was able to tremendously financially save for the wedding events, and so was he. He proposed to me in April 2021, and by May, we were religiously married. At that time, my friend and I were on good terms. We had fallouts through the years because of her controlling behavior, but we decided that staying friends was more important. Laura and I went to the same elementary school, junior high school, and college in New York. We were inseparable and everybody knew that. Laura was my bridesmaid and I planned a henna ceremony and reception in September of 2021. From May to September, I noticed Laura's behavior was starting to change and we stopped communicating as much. I was busy with wedding planning, so I didn't give it much mind. I had personally given her and her family an invitation card to my upcoming events and had asked her to constantly RSVP so I knew how many of her family members were coming, about 7 of them. She didn't RSVP until 2 days before my reception. When I told her to RSVP to the henna ceremony, she claimed that I never told her about the event and would not be able to come. I screenshotted a conversation in a group chat with her and my other best friend proving I had told her and she had read the text. She said she must have forgotten. I sent her a link to the dress I wanted all bridesmaids to wear and she replied back saying if she asked anyone at her wedding to pay for outfits, they'd be furious at her. Okay. I told her that paying for 6 other bridesmaids' dresses wasn't in my budget. Guys, the outfits were $34 on Amazon. She ended up coming to the ceremony. During this time, we had gotten into an argument where she said I was being very selfish and not taking into consideration that I was having everyone in the bridal party incur a lot of expenses. Welcome to having friends that get married. It's normal. She said she had to buy 2 new outfits, then on top of that, expect wedding gifts. This was my best friend complaining she had to get me a gift for the wedding. I told her it wasn't necessary. I wanted her there, and all I wanted was for all the girls to pick whatever outfit they wanted, but for it to be lavender. It kind of just sounds like she's looking for reasons to either not attend your wedding or not like you.
Both.
After that, she complained I hadn't included her on any wedding shopping. In our culture, we're Bengali. The friends usually accompany in shopping, but because it was COVID, we only took my parents, his parents, and brother. We weren't even able to include my sister because she had a 10-month-old and lives in Queens, New York, where my parents and I lived in Manhattan, and we were traveling to New Jersey for bridal outfits. If it wasn't possible to bring my sister due to where she lived, it didn't make sense to pick up Laura from Astoria. In addition, everything we did was very fast. I knew what designs I wanted and got a custom bridal outfit. For gold shopping, also customary in our culture, we went 2 days before the wedding, conveniently scheduled the same day as our food tasting in Queens. I knew exactly what I wanted, so there wasn't much time spent for shopping. For everything else, my mom and dad drove me to stores, which we shopped, while my mom was grocery shopping. I didn't make a fuss for anything in my wedding. All I asked were for the bridesmaids to show up. I just don't really understand how she's fussing about over, you're making me buy I have to spend money. Why didn't you invite me? I don't know, man. It's just a bit contradictory. My husband planned everything in our wedding. I barely did anything besides choose color schemes and pay for my half. Ooh, love that for you, bestie. A groom that plans the wedding. How do I send this to Mike without sending it to Mike? I never got a bridal shower because she said to my face that she didn't want to plan one. Guys, I'm so devastated that I will never experience a bridal shower. When I showed her my gold design, she said it was nice, but if I had seen the one her dad bought her, I wasn't aware that this was the competition. I mean, it's not for you.
Everything is a competition, Mother.
For her wedding, she's divorced now, by the way. Her father paid for the wedding, gold, etc. I was single-handedly paying my portion for all 3 events Sam and I planned. We spent over $100,000 on our events as we had dreamt so many years of what we wanted. My goodness, she's being a little difficult, eh? It's a little jealous, a little controlling. The day before my wedding, she told Sam she didn't have a ride and if he could drop her off at the wedding. He was shocked as it made no sense that she'd asked the groom on his most important day. I offered her a spot in my limo in case she didn't have a ride, but she didn't accept the offer. Weird. What does she want to do in the car with your soon-to-be husband?
Naughty, naughty.
The wedding was beautiful and everyone had a great time. The day after the wedding, I Venmoed my bridesmaids about $15 to $20. In the Bengali culture, the bride's side holds the gate and demands the groom pays up if he wants to enter and wed the bride. It's a cute ceremony and just there for fun and games. I told Sam to have an envelope with $100 in singles. It's customary to have 500 plus. But as I didn't have any younger cousins and the only people holding the gate would be my friends who were all my age. Split into 6-7 ways, it was just a small amount of money. Once again, it was a small fun event. When I Venmoed her, she sent it back to me and texted me saying she didn't want it. I told her it was just for fun, but she started to get angry and berate me since she didn't need money and to keep that. I once again sent it to her saying it wasn't my money and to have it, it was for my bridesmaids. But then she also complained about the cost of the dress and the cost of the gift. At last, she said, it's not rocket science. I don't want to do that. So guys, am I the a-hole? She sounds salty as f*** you got married. I'm just saying. Why is she so mad at you? You just got married. What's her problem?
What's with this attitude?
This is your best friend? Wow. I'm thinking she's just jealous of your relationship, so she's acting like a child. I'd go low contact. Edit, not the a-hole. Why would you ask the groom to pick you up the day of the wedding, and then when he couldn't, now you're refusing a ride from the bride in a limo? Make it make sense. I was also thinking your friend probably wants your man, and what she said about playing the field, not even doing the bare minimum for you as a maid of honor, and then asking only the hubby for a ride to the wedding. Keep this woman away from you. She's not your friend. She's not. She wants your man. She wants your life. OP responds, we don't talk much since the wedding except for social events, since we have so many mutual friends. Recently, we went to our high school reunion and our other friend's wedding is next month, so unfortunately, I can't avoid her, but yes to low contact. Listen, we're not asking you to be a bitch, all right? We don't stoop to that level. We are cordial at social events. We say,
Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, I love your dress. You look wonderful. Nice seeing you. Bye.
It's literally as simple as that. You just say hi, you're nice, and then you avoid them the rest of the night. I go to a lot of weddings where there's I hate. I'm sorry. There are. Another really good tip is just look like you're having really deep conversations with everybody else. So if there's ever a point where they feel like, oh, like maybe I could go talk to them or something, you just look like, don't interrupt me right now. You know, I'm really having a very important conversation here. You are